Wonderful thoughts.
Thanks, Gauri. Very kind of you. So, for the audience, let me introduce Gauri Das. Gauri Das is an engineer turned HR professional with double resources and psychology. Gauri is a strategic HR leader with 15 plus years of experience in crafting and aligning HR strategy and business goals with business goals. She supports businesses in setting the right culture, driving performance, reinventing employee experience, and improving capabilities. She's a TEDx speaker, and her talk is about creating a possibilitarian mindset. We've all heard till now about growth mindset. So here's a possibilitarian mindset. She's lead membership for Professional Speakers Association of India, Mumbai chapter, PSAI. She's on the advisory panel of various institutes and NGOs. She loves writing and her work has been published in leading publications, including TUI, Economic Times, People Matters, Human Capital, etc. She is passionate about women empowerment and is leading a lean in circle called Leaders Lifting Leaders. She has been recognized with multiple awards and accolades, including Top 10 Global Women HR 100, Under 40, Top HR Mind India, Economic Times Young HR Leader, LinkedIn Person the Year 2020, Top 10 Must Have Connections on LinkedIn 2021, to name a few. She loves networking and knowing people beyond their profiles brings her happiness, and therefore she's a core committee member of Navi Mumbai LinkedIn Local. Passion with compassion is her mantra. Wow. So many accolades, so many feathers on your hat, Gauri. It's really a privilege and an honor to have you with us today on the inaugural day of the Say Cheese mobile app launch. So thank you once again for joining us. And
Yeah.
yeah. So Gauri, let's hear from you some of the traits of becoming a possibilitarian.
Yeah, first of all, thank you so much, Rajpreet, for having me here on this important day. And your journey is nothing less than inspiring, being a banker and then starting this, and you already have a huge kind of clientele already, or the people who are already on the app in such a small span of time. So amazing. Kudos to you and kudos to team Say Cheese. And yes, with Say Cheese, I'm starting what are the traits for a possibilitarian. So for me, the most important thing to become a possibilitarian is to have self-leadership. Like Peter Drucker says that we are CEO, we are in charge, we are captain of our own ship, and nobody else is going to do it for us. So if we put it on somebody else's hand to carve a path for us, it's not going to work out. We have to lead ourselves. And that's where the name of the circle that I lead is also Leaders Lifting Leaders, because all of us are leaders and we have to lead ourselves. So how do we lead ourselves is, first of all, understand ourselves, self-awareness. As the survey from Harvard University says that 98% people do not understand themselves well. And we talk about telling others what you can do better, but let's go within and understand what we can do better. Our weaknesses, our challenges, strengths also. Because when report card comes home since childhood, the first thing that is looked upon is where you have not scored. It's not just said that you have scored very well. Let's see how you can make it even better, right? So our strengths are also equally important and we have to leverage them, we have to play by them. So that is one thing. And then once we have this self awareness and we are aware what is best about us and how do we show up, how our emotions are showing up, then we know what is the next step for us in terms of self development. Take up mentoring, because a mentor is someone who has traveled that path and they can make your journey very, very small. Go for networking, then you get to know a long array of thoughts. You have lot many diverse ways to understand life and you become open minded. Like I was in Northeast, and the first morning when I woke up, it was 5:30 a.m. in the morning, and I was like, I woke up so late today, it's 8 a.m. already. When I went out and looked at watch, it was just 5:30 a.m. in the morning, and that opened up my mind. And at the same time, the shops will get closed, the market would get closed at 6:30 p.m. in the evening, and that is when precisely we go out for shopping, right? So that was a new way of looking at life, and I have stayed in 7 states, so that also helped me to understand diversity of thoughts. So that is another important thing besides self leadership, self development, that you become open to diversity and you connect with people. It's not only that you should say, I am a HR professional, I should not be connecting only with HRs. It should be everybody, all professions, so that I get to know more and more about everything. And finally, what you said, growth mindset, it is also important here, because unless you start understanding that failures or mistakes are part of life and nobody moves ahead without them, you will not be able to have a possibilitarian mindset and you will not become limitless.
Sure, Gauri. So, being a possibilitarian is also something which I really, really am, I think, quite passionate about. So, one thing that clearly comes on the way is some fear about a default future that you may be walking into, fear of the unknown. So, what really should you do to overcome, those fears, or some example that you could share where you opened yourself up to a completely new possibility, which possibly you were fearing, and how did you overcome that?
Yes, so for this, I'll take you to my childhood. I started my journey from a very small village, and this was a village school, vernacular medium, and only one hall in the school. So all students will sit together, and there were no opportunities for extracurricular, no personality development. But somehow I was academically inclined, and I appeared for an engineering entrance test, and I could crack it. I went to second ranking college of the state, and here everybody was so smart, and I was coming from a small village. I had no idea how to be at this place. Everybody will speak in English. For me, English started in sixth standard, and I was not able to open my mouth. So when teacher will ask for roll call, I would just raise my hands because I had no courage to speak even yes, madam, in the classroom. This is how I was, and I was on verge of giving up because first semester itself we had a paper on business communication, and for me that was an extremely challenging paper. And I would go meet my friends and request them to help me. They helped once, twice, but then they told me that you are anyways going to fail. So better you don't waste our time. So this is how I was, and no possibilities. I was not looking at anything and just giving up there. But this is where learnings from my father came into picture, and he would always say, try, try, try again, and you will succeed. And my mother, we come from Eastern UP, and women are not kind of very respected there. She is not very educated, but still she has created self-respect for herself, and because of that, others also respect her a lot. Though it's all about Eastern UP's culture, but she has still created that for herself. So she always taught me that you have to create a mark for yourself. So with this try, try, try again, and having these dreams in my heart, I could move forward and I could create those possibilities. So yeah, a lot of possibilities in life.
So thanks. That was so touching, Gauri. So I think you found your anchors, in the learnings of your parents. And I think that really, really, were the driving force. I think it's time for people to reflect on what those anchors are. And also, our platform provides you with all the kind of support in terms of finding those, confiding mentors, coaches, therapists, counselors who can guide you, and not, you don't have to learn it the harder way. So that open to that entire, well, as Gauri was mentioning, you do the self-awareness journey, as well as you can open yourself to possibilities which otherwise, spots that you wouldn't even know that can actually open up. So Gauri, what are some of the steps that need to be taken to develop a growth mindset?
Yeah, so first thing is to understand your fears because that plays a very, very important role in whatever actions we are taking. Lot many times we are not able to take any action because our fear already telling us that you would not succeed. So identifying that fear or identifying that shame, like I cited my own example that I would not even say yes, madam, to the class teacher because I had that fear of judgment. Now I know nobody is interested in me as much as they are in themselves, and everyone is having their own battle. So, battery.
I think Gauri will just be back.
Yeah, sorry. So there was a signal that battery is dying.
No worries. No worries.
I was talking about identifying that fear and citing my own example that I would not say yes, madam, and I just raise my hands because I had fear of judgment. But now with all the understanding and this master's in psychology, I understand that people are having their own battles in their mind and they do not care what others are doing. So better not listen to them and move forward, but at the same time there should be someone with whom you are bouncing off the ideas. You must have a critic, and for me feedback becomes a very important point. So I still take 25 feedback in a year, and then I try to identify how are others looking at me, and that helps a lot in improving my self awareness also. So identifying the fear again, it's related to self-awareness, going within and understanding what we can do the best, and then understanding it from the perspective of others also. Once that is done, then we are sorted and we know what are the limitations. Identify whatever aim you have and have it very, very smart. Do not have it like anything generalized, whatever comes to your mind. Have a goal and then work on it along with a mentor. But keep evaluating also because my father definitely said try again. But today I know that understanding where to stop is also emotional intelligence because we have to take care of ourselves also, and self compassion plays a very important role, and especially for women like you were mentioning earlier that they invest most of their time, energy, everything on families, and they forget to take care of themselves. So as a woman, it becomes even more important that we care for ourselves and we have our own goal, keep evaluating them and identify our fear and be ready to fight with them. Let them be there, but still move forward.
Thanks, Gauri. So you're doing a lot of work to nurture circles of women. How has been this journey, and what do you think can help women communities to network better?
So networking, according to me, is one area where women still lag. Lot many times I see in different circles that women do not come forward to talk to others. When they are offline meets, they will hide behind somewhere in the room and just give the card and run away. And this is how I used to do many years ago. If I have to go, it would be like paralyzing for me, the thought of being amongst people and also having introverted disposition. So I do not take energy from outside. It all comes from within. So anyways, it's not like I love being surrounded by people. But now I understand it is critical, be it personal life, be it professional life, it is critical that we nurture good relationships. And we have both width and depth in the relationship. So we connect with a diverse set of people and we have some amazing relationships with us. And networking is kind of an unwritten rule now that if you want to excel in business, you must have very good network. So this theme emerged that women are not taking those steps, or there are challenges. There are mind blocks. Actually, that's the most important thing. That we have those beliefs that I can't make it possible, and then we don't take the next step. So with this objective, I founded a lean in circle, which is called as Leaders Lifting Leaders, and we are around 130 women together, and we work on multiple objectives. One is networking for sure. So many people coming together. We have these times on Zoom where we only talk to each other. We go to different rooms and we are try understanding them. Second, we go for branding. So anybody taking a session for us, now you can understand 130 of us. So we keep doing one activity or the other. Anybody achieving anything and we cheer for them. We take it to social media because people, and especially it happens with women, that differentiating between bragging and branding also becomes difficult. And I have faced it a lot. Anything, if I have to say good about myself, I would feel like I'm doing a sin. So that also has to go. Third is mentoring. So within the group, we have people who have 3 years of experience and who have 35 plus years of experience. So we mentor each other. That is another objective. So overall, a platform to connect, but technology is not at that advanced stage. And you and I were talking that the app that you are offering would be an amazing platform for people to come together and connect. Because even if we have that monthly meet, not everybody would be able to come at that point of time. But here on the app, you can connect with other person at any point of time. And yes, speed mentoring also where we connected. So we are doing these things, but yes, technology needs to help us even more.
Sure, Gauri. And I think, we'll definitely collaborate with you and in the coming days and have some things, have women communities really show that collaboration together and use technology to really build stronger communities. And, Gauri, as you were speaking, and I've been speaking throughout the lot of women. And, I've just been continuously mulling over the fact that, I also believe that my work would speak for itself and, why really I need to go and network. But again, I never even realized how I opened myself to the possibility of creating the first of its kind networking app in India for women. So, it was just a possibility that somewhere I just opened myself up to. So as you were saying, I think, and again, those fears that you need to overcome. So I could relate to every step that you were talking about, Gauri. And, thanks for sharing your personal story and, inspiring a lot of us and our viewers. And I look forward to, having you soon back on the platform along with the speed networking session and
Yes.
also you having your presence on the iOS app that will be launched soon by next week. And, any parting words for the women listening to you? And is there any other message you would like to share?
Yeah, I would say one thing which is again critical when it comes to taking that step, seek help. Because if you don't seek help, anyways, the answer is no. Why not try and ask for, say, for example, the thought process that I had, that I have to take care of family, I have to take care of kid, everything comes on me. Now we are not superhuman being, we are also human being. And when I went back to work after 2 breaks, it was like 150% of output that I was expecting from myself. And I would not even ask family members to support me because the mindset was everything is my responsibility and they are looking at it. Why don't they come forward and help me? Forget about those things, go and ask for help. Lot many things would get much better. This is at home. At work also, don't shy away from asking from help, asking from anything. Don't think that you will look like a fool. It's okay to not know things. Nobody knows everything. We are in an era where information is overloaded, so nobody can know everything. Likewise, in the networking circle also, if you go forward and ask, you will not look like a fool. Rather, if you don't ask, you will become a fool forever. So go and seek help is my message to all women.
Thank you so much, Gauri. It was really great having you today on the platform, and we look forward to having you again.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.